Tanya, leave the house now.
What?
I let you live in this house until you graduated high school. I did the bare minimum of what I had to, so hurry up and leave.
Mother?
You know, Tanya, I hate you because you're so much like your father who I divorced. My only daughter's your little sister, Rena. Hurry up and get out of my sight.
You're being too sudden. I have nowhere to go.
All you have to do is move into one of your company's dormitories. I'll give you 1 week, so hurry up and tell the company you work for that you're moving into their dormitory.
But...
Sister! No, don't leave me, please!
Rena, I'm sorry. To tell you the truth, I don't want to leave, but...
Yeah, I understand. I understand, honestly. But there's no point in me coming with you. Since I just got into high school while you just graduated high school. I'll only be a burden.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry for making impossible demands of you as well.
The company dormitory I'm going to be moving into is only a 30-minute train ride from home, so we can meet whenever we want to.
Yup. I promise to come see you. And when I graduate high school, I'm gonna leave this house too. I'll be patient until then.
Yup. Let's both do our best.
There's something I need to tell you, Tanya.
Oh, hi Rena. What is it?
I'm getting married.
You're getting married?
My fiancé is someone you've already met. Do you remember my boyfriend I showed you, the one who was my colleague?
Oh, that wonderful young man. I see. So you're already of that age as well, huh? It's already been 6 years since you graduated high school and left home, right?
Yup. I found a job far away from home without telling Mom. And I just left without giving her the opportunity to even oppose. I have returned home even once since then, just like you.
So you're not going to invite Mother to the wedding?
Yup. My fiancé's parents are understanding of my situation. And me and my husband aren't planning to invite her. Oh, but I am going to invite Dad, though.
I see. Dad is sure to be happy for you.
Yup. We're planning on having the ceremony a year from now. And have already begun preparations. I'll contact you again once the details are set.
Yep, I'm looking forward to it.
Tanya, something terrible has happened.
What, Mother?
It's been 10 years since we last talked, right? But now's not the time to talk about the past.
What is it?
I was wondering whether I should tell you or not, since I did kick you out of the house, but to tell you the truth, today is Rena's funeral.
What?
It's been 7 years since she left home for her job. She got into a traffic accident while she was going to work. Oh, my poor child, my sweet daughter. I think I might go insane. I'm begging you, Tanya. All I have left in the world is you. I know it's late, but I truly regret pushing you away in the past. Your father came to the funeral today, so why don't you admit that you were wrong as well for not contacting me even once for 10 years, and just come home already? I don't care if it's been 10 years or not.
I wonder where to start. I'm at a wedding, so I can't come.
Huh? What are you talking about? I don't know whose wedding that is, but your sister just died. You should be prioritizing your sister's funeral over some wedding.
Well, I understand what you're saying, but given the circumstance, I think it's best for me to prioritize the wedding.
Since when did you become such a psychopath? Don't you feel even sad?
You say that as if you aren't one yourself.
What?
Bye.
Tanya! Tanya, why won't you come home? Your only sister just died. Do you have no heart? Get over here as soon as possible. Tanya, please come home, will you? You're going to cause me trouble if you don't. I'll pretend that you didn't just ignore me for the past 10 years. Let's live together, the two of us, like we used to, as mother and daughter.
Like we used to?
Tanya! Finally, you replied to my text. So, when are you going to come back?
I'm not coming back.
What?
There's no way I'm coming back. It's Rena's funeral, so come home as soon as possible. If that's what you're saying was true, then yes, I might have dropped everything and came home.
What do you mean if it's true? It is. Come home as soon as possible. To think that you would prioritize some random person's marriage ceremony over the funeral of your only sister. You really haven't changed.
But the wedding ceremony I was at was Rena's.
What?
I'm going to tell you about it since there's no point in hiding it from you any longer. Rena married a colleague of hers.
What?
I was also invited to the wedding ceremony, so I knew immediately that you were lying when you said Rena got into an accident. Today is her funeral. Because she was standing right in front of me.
You knew I was lying immediately?
Yup.
You two were in contact?
Of course we were. We're sisters, and it's not like we hate each other or something.
What?
I don't know what you were planning on achieving by faking Rena's funeral, but I wonder which one of us is a psychopath now.
Hold on just a moment. Didn't Ren already get married long before?
Huh?
I heard it from an acquaintance. Rena married 3 years ago and is now the mother of twins.
What?
Oh, something must have happened and they had to postpone the wedding ceremony until now, I guess. Well, putting that aside, it seems there's no point in lying anymore, so I'll tell you the truth. You see, I want to propose to you a marriage.
What? A marriage?
His parents are saying that either you or Ren is alright, but I knew Ren already married 3 years ago, so you're going to be the one marrying. Your husband is going to be the eldest son of the Taikazawa family.
Isn't the Takizawa family the owners of a huge mansion by the prefectural road?
Yes, this is the chance of a lifetime no matter how you look at it.
You please stop joking.
I'm not joking. What kind of person would joke about something like that?
Don't you think it's ridiculous bringing a marriage proposal to your daughter who you haven't talked to in the past 10 years?
Do you not understand my parental feelings and wanting you to be happy?
The last memory I have of you being anything like a parent is from when I was around 10, before you and Dad got divorced.
It's all in your head. I was a good parent to you even after that.
I let you live in this house until you graduated high school. I did the bare minimum of what I had to do. You know, I hate you because you resemble your father so much. Your sister Rena is my only daughter.
What is this so suddenly?
These are the text messages you sent me 10 years ago when you told me to leave the house. Did you think that the records wouldn't be there anymore since it's already been 10 years? I took a screenshot just in case, since I thought they might be of use in the future if I ever got involved in any problem involving you. Too bad you couldn't pretend you never said these things.
Now, don't be so cold. It's already been 10 years. It's about time you want to get married and settle down yourself, right? It seemed the Takizawa family want to have a grandchild to inherit their property soon. So they want their eldest son to marry a woman in her 20s. You're 28, right? It's a win-win situation. Like I said, the Takizawa family are filthy rich, so this is the chance of a lifetime.
I refuse.
Why?
Because I'm already married?
What?
I don't know where the information got twisted, but it's me who married 3 years ago and gave birth to twins, not Rena.
What did you say?
By the way, Rena herself turned in her marriage papers as soon as the ceremony ended. So neither of us are single and we can't accept this marriage proposal of yours.
But that's going to be a problem for me. Get divorced immediately and marry the eldest son of the Takizawa family.
The eldest son of yours. He's about your age, right? Meaning he's in his 50s. This information from 10 years ago, but he's already divorced twice and has no children, right? The fact that you're talking about a marriage proposal probably means that he's been divorced at least 3 times by now, right? You also talked about how they wanted someone to inherit their property and how he wants to marry a woman in her 20s. So that must mean he still has no children. All this combined with the fact that he's offering you a marriage proposal with your daughter you haven't talked to in 10 years. It seems that this eldest son you're pushing on me is quite the landmine.
But he's still filthy rich.
I'm sorry, but I can't.
Wait, Tanya!
Bye then.
Tanya, I'm begging you. Come home and marry into the Takizawa family, please.
What? You still haven't given up? Do you realize that what you're asking of me is impossible because I'm already married and have children?
But I already accepted $100,000.
Huh? $100,000? What are you talking about?
Well, you see, none of the women in our hometown want to marry into the Takizawa family anymore. I thought that you must not know anything about the Takizawa family since you haven't been home for so long, and that if I talked about how rich they were, we would be able to get you to marry him.
And so I became a target for them?
Yes, I received $100,000 as a thanks from them.
Don't tell me. You agreed to their proposal without even waiting for my answer?
But I had no idea that you got married before Renan had children.
Then why don't you just give back the $100,000? Tell them I didn't tell you already got married or something and put an end to this business.
But I already used $50,000.
You what?
My only hope of getting out of this mess is you marrying into the Takizawa family.
You exasperate me. If that's the case, I don't want to be involved in this.
Huh?
Do something about it yourself, okay?
Tanya!
Goodbye then.
Tanya!
My mother was always the type that only cared about themselves. But after me and Rena left home, this trait of hers got even worse, it seems. She's now infamous among the neighborhood for being a huge nuisance. You can probably guess that the Takezawa family, a family of wealthy capitalists, are quite strange themselves, asking for the daughter of such a well-known neighborhood nuisance. My mother did all she could to buy time after I refused her offer. But it seemed that the Takezawa family found out from somewhere that both her daughters were married. And they were furious when they found out. Obviously, they asked my mother to give back the $100,000 they gave her. But since she already spent $50,000, she was forced to take a loan from somewhere to pay it back. According to a relative who lives in my hometown, she was one day seen entering a car that had come for her and disappeared. To this day, no one has been in contact with her since.
Everett, this is your number, right? It's Jessie. Long time no see.
Huh? Jessie? As in, my ex, Jessie?
You remember me! I'm so glad.
I remember you, but not because I want to. What do you want? I can't believe you messaged me again. You're really gonna pretend to be buddy-buddy after you cheated on me and cleaned out my bank accounts?
That was years ago. I'm sorry. But I told you, it was because I was lonely. You were working all the time. You never paid any attention to me.
So your first reaction is to bring men over to our house and sleep with them? I don't care how long ago it was. I'll never forgive you for what you did.
I understand that. I didn't message you to try to get you to forgive me for what I did.
Who did you get my contact info from?
That's not important right now. Just listen to me. I want to talk to you about your mom.
Huh?
I'm not 100% sure, but I think I found your mom.
You're kidding, right? You found my mom?
That's right.
You expect me to believe that?
I figured you'd say that. But I just want you to hear me out. And remember, I'm not 100% sure. But I changed jobs. I do nursing care now. And there's the 60-year-old part-timer that I work with sometimes. Her last name is Foster. That's your mom's maiden name, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but...
See? I remember you telling me that when we were together. And while working with this person, she told me she's divorced. And that she has a son who she hasn't seen since he was a little kid. She even told me her son's name is Everett.
Yeah, right. This has gotta be a joke.
I was surprised too. I debated contacting you again to tell you or not. But I remember you telling me when we were married how much you wanted to see her again. I assumed you still hated me. That's why I hesitated on contacting you. But I thought you should know. I know what I did to you was terrible. I'm not surprised if you still hate me.
I'm sorry. When you messaged me just now, I immediately started fighting with you instead of hearing you out.
Don't worry about it. I think anyone who's ex did to them what I did to you would react the same way. I'm sorry too. So, what do you want to do? Do you want to meet her?
Well, yeah, I think. But I want to see her again. Sorry, this is just so sudden. I need some time to process all this. She left my dad and me when I was in first grade. And nobody knew where she went. If she did that, she probably doesn't want to see me ever again.
I understand why you're hesitant. Don't worry. I didn't say anything to Miss Foster about you. Take your time and think about this. When you've decided what you want to do, message me back. Okay?
Okay. Thanks for all this.
Oh, you don't have to thank me. After what I did to you, you don't have to be grateful for anything I do. I know how bad it was. Listen, you don't have to speak to me ever again if you don't want to. Once you've decided what you want to do, just message me. I won't say anything back. If you decide you want to meet this Miss Foster, I'll tell her about you and give her your contact info. If you decide you don't want to meet her, I won't. It's as simple as that. I'll be waiting for your message. Is this Everett's number? My name is Louise Foster. Jessie gave me your contact info, so I messaged you.
Yes, this is Everett. Are you really my mom?
Everything seems to point to that conclusion. All the stuff Jessie told me about you lines up with what I know about my son. At this point, I don't have any proof, so I can't say I'm 100% sure. But your father is Jack, isn't he? I left when you were only 7 years old. And your dad worked for McDermott Construction at that time.
Yeah, that's right. It's all right.
I know it's too late to say this now, but Everett, I'm sorry. I just didn't know what to do, so I left.
You don't have to apologize, Mom. There was a time in my life when I thought I could never forgive you for leaving us, but I'm sure you had your reasons. I'm not a child anymore, so I understand that. I just want to know what happened.
A lot of things have happened since then. It's been almost 30 years, hasn't it? I heard that your dad died 7 years ago. I'm sorry for not going to his funeral. I didn't keep in touch with anyone, so I had no idea that he even died until long after his funeral.
I see. So that's why nobody at the funeral had any idea where you were either. So, anyway, what have you been doing this whole time? And why did you run away? Is it okay for me to ask?
It's not a very interesting story, but I've been by myself this whole time. And I guess you deserve an explanation as to why I left. So I'll tell you. I left because Jack was cheating on me.
Huh? My dad? He cheated?
I'm sorry. I know that's not what you wanted to hear. I know you always looked up to your dad. He was like a hero to you when you were young. But I just couldn't forgive him for what he did. I couldn't bear to look at his face anymore. He broke my heart. At first, I thought about taking you with me when I left, but I didn't think there was any way I could support a child on my own. I wasn't working when I was with your dad. It was a struggle for me just to support myself when I left. I'm really sorry.
Mom, it's okay. I had no idea that he had done that. This whole time, I thought that you were to blame. I thought you just didn't want me.
That's not true at all. I never stopped thinking about you. I always wanted to see you again. But I knew there was no way I could. And after all this time, I wondered if you even wanted to see me again or not.
Of course I did. I still do. I want to see you again. But I just need a little time. To suddenly meet up again after all this time. It's just... I don't know how to put it.
Don't worry. I understand what you mean.
Let's just keep contacting each other like this for a while. Until I'm ready to meet in person. I want to see you. I do.
Everett, you're so kind to give me another chance. You were always a sweet little boy. I'm glad to see things haven't changed after all these years. So, let's do that. Let's keep texting each other for a while. Until you're ready. I want to see you too.
Sorry, Mom. I need some time to process this. So let's call it a night for now. I'll message you again later. Sorry.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. Take all the time you need. I'll be waiting for you. Everett? You haven't been responding to my messages lately. What's wrong? Do you not want to talk to your mom anymore?
What?
Everett! Thank goodness. I thought maybe you were never going to talk to me again. Were you busy with work?
Well, I was busy with a lot of things.
I see. Try not to work too hard. You've had to put up with enough difficulties in your life already.
You sure do know a lot about me.
Of course. I'm your mom. So, Everett, I've got something I need to talk to you about. That's why I've been trying to contact you so much these past few days.
Oh yeah, I remember you said there was something you wanted to discuss with me.
Yeah. It's really difficult for me to say this, but I haven't been feeling well for a while, so I went to the doctor last week to have some tests done. The results came back, and I just found out the other day that they have to do some surgery on me. If I don't, I'll die. I've already been admitted to the hospital.
What? You're sick?
Yeah. And after just finding my son after all this time, I'm so sorry. And the thing is, I need you to lend me $30,000 for the surgery. You've got a good job, and you said you're doing really well, right? I think I'll be able to get a lot of it back through my insurance, but that'll take some time. And I don't know how much they'll cover anyway. Plus, I won't be working the whole time I'm in the hospital recovering, so I'll need the money for my regular bills too. Is there any way you can help me out? I don't think I can do all of this on my own.
Is that so?
I'm afraid so.
So that's how you're gonna come at me.
Huh?
My mom died last week. I know it's you, Jesse. You can stop with this stupid charade. I know you bought a second cell phone so you could pull this stunt. If you had enough money to do that, you should have just paid off some of your debt with it. Goodbye.
Everett? What's going on? I'm not Jessie. I'm your mom.
If you're really my mom, then you won't mind answering your phone and talking to me, right? I think I know the answer, but why won't you answer your phone? Even when I asked if I could call and talk to you before, you refused. It's because you know you can't fake my mom's voice, isn't it? Of course it is.
That's not it. Your mom really is sick. She just couldn't bring herself to ask you for help. That's why she lent me her phone to talk to you for her. I'm just acting as a go-between for you two for the moment.
You're despicable. I told you my real mom died already, didn't I? I got a call from my mom's lawyer last week saying that she died and left some things to me in her will. That's my proof. Where is yours? I've already gone and picked up everything she left to me. I saw her empty house. She still had pictures of me as a child up on her walls. Does this person you claim to be a go-between for have any proof that she's really my mom?
Well, I don't know anything about that. I figured she didn't need to prove anything to me if she had already proved it to you.
So, you're still trying to keep up this charade? Whatever. This whole time I haven't been responding to your messages. I've been looking into you. You cheated on me, stole all my money, and ran away. And when you finally married another guy, you cheated on him too, didn't you? And that's why he's suing you right now, huh? But not only that, you were hiding a massive debt from him that you said you had from before he married you. That's why you figured you'd try to scam me out of even more money, huh? 'Cause you wanted an easy way out of the hole you dug for yourself.
How do you know all that? And how dare you stick your nose into my personal business? I hate you!
I can say the exact same thing to you. You pretended to be my long-lost mom, and you told me lies about my dad cheating on my mom, all because you were trying to scam money out of your ex-husband. And you only did all of that because you found out I'm doing really well now, and you wanted a piece of it. You're a horrible person, through and through.
Oh, shut up. Like I care what you think. But you know what? Even I didn't think you were stupid enough to go along with my charade as long as you did. You're even more gullible than I had originally thought. You're pathetic. Well, I guess there's no point in you wasting my time talking to you anymore, so...
Oh, so you want to act like you've won this, huh? That's fine with me. I guess you don't want me to help you. You know what? I'm doing really well right now. I've got lots of extra money I can throw around. I was thinking that if you were honest with me and admitted to trying to scam me, I might actually help you out. But if that is how you want to be...
Huh? Really? Well, the truth is, I really am in some financial trouble right now. I figured that if anyone could help me out, it would be you. I'm sorry for pretending to be your mom. I should have been honest with you in the first place. I mean it. So, will you really help me out? Please? Wait, is it okay if I call you so we can talk about this?
No, 'cause I'm not helping you.
Huh? But you said you would. What about my money? You said if I admitted to trying to scam you, you'd help me.
Ugh. Jesse, you need to be more careful. It seems you're even more gullible than me. I shouldn't have been surprised that the person who stole all my money 5 years ago would show up and try again. But honestly, I never saw it coming. It's not even that she betrayed me like that the first time that makes me upset. It's the fact that she came back, and I fell for her lies again. I really am gullible, aren't I? I guess I'm just too trusting of other people. When my mom was alive, I really did want to see her again. I think that's why I wanted to believe Jessie so badly. But last week, when my real mom's lawyer contacted me out of the blue, I was able to get the real story. The timing was unbelievable. That's when I knew my ex had tricked me again. So, I hired a private detective to look into what was going on with her. I found out she really was working in nursing care, but there was no one she worked with the same last name as my mom. The detective told me all about Jessie cheating on her second husband and being sued for compensation money because of it, as well as all the debt she had kept hidden from her new husband. People like that just never seem to learn. After Jessie's attempt to scam me out of more money, I blocked both numbers she had been contacting me on. I know she doesn't have the money to buy a third cell phone, so I'm sure I won't be hearing from her again. I reported her to the police for the scam she tried to pull on me for $30,000. Hopefully, they'll do something about it. I'd love it if she got arrested for doing that to me. I was really shocked that while all this was going on, I was contacted by my real mom's lawyer about her will. If it wasn't for that, I likely wouldn't have found out the truth. At least, not until it was too late. I guess I can thank my mom for that. I wonder if it was just a coincidence, or if it was her looking out for her son one last time.